Hello there, guys and girls. This is the ThePrussianPrince with another Rome 2 online battle, but this time, this is going to be the Silver Shield Tournament Final, which was organized by Darren Total War. This is a 1v1 tournament with interesting rules. And by the way, you should check out his channel. That is Darren Total War. He makes a lot of nice multiplayer videos where he basically puts in a lot of effort into them with a lot of nice editing and extra information that's shown on the screen, which you definitely should check out at least once, because he definitely works for his videos, not like me. I'm a little bit lazy in that regard, but that's just how I do things, I suppose. So this is the final against oOIYvYIOo on Bagakum. That's the map. As for my army, I'm using Pontus. Normally I would have used Rome, but I brought Pontus because a clanmate suggested me to bring it, Duck specifically, and probably was a good idea to bring Pontus. But I haven't played with Pontus. I don't know. It's been so long since I last played with Pontus, so for me it was like I had to switch gears so much in that game because I hadn't really used pikes in so long. So I was not sure how their mechanics work and so on and so forth. As for his army, he's Swabian. As you know, Swabi fear factor is pretty huge in patch 14. This is patch 14, by the way, not patch 15. But as I know, Swabi is not really as viable in patch 15. Anyway, I have Pontic Royal Cavalry as general. Then we have 4 Eastern Javelin Men. Probably not the best idea. I should have brought Slingers or Archers instead. Then I have 9 Bronze Shield Pikes, as far as I remember. Then 2 Mercenary Scythian Horse Archers, which get caught. So I didn't realize that. Well, I guess Scout Riders are faster than Horse Archers. Should have realized that, but I was unaware. I didn't know the speeds of the units, because it doesn't show the speed of the units here. I wish it did show the speed of units in the unit statistics in this bottom left hand corner. So he's actually trying to catch me with Riders of the Hunt, and he actually is managing to get to my Mercenary Scythian Horse Archers because he's got a speed due to charging. This Germanic Scout Rider though is going to die, but not before actually taking out the Scythian Horse Archer. Is it effective? It's okay-ish, I guess. He's running after my Scythian Horse Archers though, his Riders of the Hunt have taken some losses. As for my Pontic Royal Cav, just killing without losing anything, but I obviously don't want to engage those noble riders. And honestly, this is a strange move by him. I don't know why he has to use 3 noble riders to go after my Scythian Horse Archer. And now he does actually realize this, which is really good. He only is chasing me with 2 cavalry units now. He's sending the rest back. So this is very good by him that he realizes this, because he needs some cavalry to support the main infantry engagement. And as you can see here, I'm gonna get rid of the Spear Brother. I'm not sure what was the idea with him, like with this unit. Was it to be missile bait or something, so that I don't have enough ammo to kill his Berserkers or Hex Bearers? I don't know what it was. But as you can see here, Scythian Horse Archers are trying to run away. I'm actually getting some good volleys off on his Riders of the Hunt. And it seems like this game is on ultra unit size, interestingly enough. That's quite weird. But yeah, you can see me moving up my pikes. The reason why I'm doing this, well, technically I should have just camped here in the forest, or here. Well, probably here, if I want to, because there are no rules against that, as far as I know. I just simply had a box of pikes and slingers or archers, then like 2 chariots, right? I think that would have been the best. Like no cavalry at all, maybe just to catch his skirmishes in case something happens. Because if I did that, what could he have done? Okay, he had only 2 bows, and I would have had 4 slingers or archers, so I'd be better. I'd have better chances in that regard. Swabi doesn't have elephants, and he doesn't, like, he can't really start a breakthrough anywhere that easily. right? Like, he does have cavalry, but what are cav going to do against pikes? Especially when he has quite a few of those. So, yeah. But you can see my chariots coming around here, trying to go and hit his infantry. And you can see my pikes moving forward here. I don't know why they keep doing this, though. Like, this weird thing. They just pull out their pikes and then go into pike formation again. They just did the same thing again. I just wish they would just keep, while walking, they just keep their pikes down. I'm not sure why they don't do that. Regardless, you see my Eastern Javelin here coming around. I'm trying to hit his berserkers, but it's a weird angle. And here my Bronze Shield pikes. Again, they pull out their pikes. I'm not sure why they do this. Like, they should just be... It should just be keeping their pikes facing frontally. Meet the enemy. But I did get some good kills on his cavalry here. But I just need to make sure that my Bronze Shields are... good position, but my Pontic Royal Cav here did get to his skirmishes. So this is good, but now my general unit is going to die really quickly. Wow, look at that, it's just dying. Though, I just used Rally and Raised Banner, but here's the thing. Now he's just... What are these guys doing? You see that they were raising their... Yeah, this is a very weird situation I'm in, because he's basically flanking me, and he's going to be able to cause a chain rout. My chariots are doing a lot of damage here, but as you can see, they're not doing enough, and these pikes are in a very awkward formation. These guys are routing with 111. So yeah, basically what he did is he chain routed my army. He didn't really beat it frontally, but he chain routed it because he could flank. And if I was in a box, he would not have been able to flank, because there were going to be pikes everywhere, and he wouldn't have enough infantry for that either, because he had a lot of cavalry. So I think a box basically hard counters what he has, essentially, if he just tries to charge into my box. Because he doesn't really have any tools to break the box. Like, obviously he's Suebi, so he can do something with the morale, but it's not that easy when you can't flank. Like, you can't just engage frontally and hope that everything's going to chain rout. I mean, if you go into pikes, you're not even going to make it to the pike unit frontally most of the time, so it's not like that fear factor is going to matter as long as my pike units will be killing, because if pike units kill, then they get a morale bonus as far as I know. And Bronze Shields are pretty high morale units to begin with, so that is why I brought them. But yeah, I should have brought 2 chariots and 4 slingers, maybe not. Yeah, it shouldn't have had these javelin men, I think. Should have had slingers or archers instead. Focus down his berserkers, because look, okay, let's look at infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, 8. 2 of these are really bad. 1 spear levy, 1 spear brother, and then he has hex bearers, which are more like a support unit. These berserkers are really what he has that's good, but think about it. If I have 2 chariots and I get those 2 chariots into his berserkers, then the whole game is pretty much over at that point. If I get his... Basically, with 2 chariots, I can kill his infantry and then they will die, which is fine for me, because once all his infantry is dead, like these 2 hex bearers, these 4 berserkers, once they're dead, he cannot do anything to pikes with cavalry, like really. But as you can see, his cavalry did get to Eastern Javelin Men because I was not in a box and I didn't really have anything to protect my flanks from so much cavalry, because I didn't really have much cavalry myself besides the general. Alternatively, I could have picked something like Parthia with shock cavalry and just smash into his forces and probably just do really well. Or skirmish with Parthia. The thing is, I can't pick more than 2 missile cavalry, and you can only take 6 cavalry in total, I think, so that would have been difficult, I would say. Unless I took like more foot skirmishes and just denied him the engagement over and over again. might have worked as well. So like either skirmishing or just lots of shock cavalry, I imagine, would work against this, but I'm not sure. Obviously, I haven't had enough experience these past few months or so, so I can't really tell, nor have I casted enough tournament games to notice what's strong or not, but I can definitely say that this build that oOIYvYIOo used is an extremely good one. Like, you can see that he has a lot of tools at his disposal. Like, he has so much fear effect going on for him. He has the Hex Bearers, which have like some sort of a curse ability, which lowers morale by about 20. Then he has the Berserkers, which also have a fear effect that stacks on top of Hex Bearers. Then he has the Bowwomen, who have flaming shots, which also stacks and causes morale penalties. Then he has cavalry, which, you know, if cavalry gets a rear charge, a flank charge, or whatever, things are going to rout with all the fear effect going on. And as you could see, a lot of my units routed while being pretty much full. And at this point, you can see his Berserkers. He has literally almost no Berserkers left, nor Hex Bearers. He does have these 2 spears, but yeah. So, despite the kills, I think this was much closer than it actually looked. Because if you think about it, if you didn't have any sword units left, like any infantry left, and I had pikes, no matter how hard he would have tried with his cavalry, unless he actually got rear charges into my pikes, I would have been in a very good position. But as you can see, I still had some pikes in good situation. I would have had more if it wasn't for them routing because of the morale penalties. But that is just how this matchup works, I suppose. These particular builds. Like, I managed to rout all his, well, basically make all his sword infantry useless and kill them, but only after they got my bronze shields and they routed them. If I managed to get my chariots in earlier, and if I had 2 chariots, things would have gone better for me. I still couldn't, obviously I couldn't say if I was going to win that or not, but I definitely think that I would have had a much better chance. But again, I still think that the best way to deal with this is 2 chariots, maybe some cav just to catch skirmishes, 4 slingers, and the rest pikes. Probably a mix of levy pikes and bronze shield pikes, I suppose. But not levy pikes on the front line, or like supporting and such. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Subscribe to oOIYvYIOo and Darren Total War. Also, there were other players participating in this tournament. I don't think I can remember all of them, unfortunately, right now. But I think it was Alex the Rambler, Warrior of Sparta. Darren also participated. And what else? Who else? I can't remember, honestly. Like, you can probably check out Darren's videos, and he'll yeah, Darren's videos will show you all the players. Well, obviously I played against Total War Zone in round 2 and against Legend of Total War in the first round, but I wasn't able to show you the replays of those games because what happened is that a patch got released which corrupted all the replays, unfortunately, so I can't really look at them and cast them because they really wouldn't make any sense. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.